Ladies and gentlemen, Joe Biden is going to drop out of the presidential contest soon after Iowa. He's losing money. Every day there's a negative story. There is zero grassroots support. When I say zero, ask yourself who's wearing a Joe Biden 2020 shirt. I don't even know what the tagline is. Was it Joe Biden, he'll defeat cornflakes for you? I don't know. I have no clue. He's not going to become nominee. It's going to be Clinton, and then everyone's going to be shocked.
And she gets away with it, and she can run for the presidency of the United States. That's really what you should be talking about, not fiction where somebody wants fame or where they come out of her crooked campaign.
Secretary Clinton.
Well, every time Donald is pushed on something which is obviously uncomfortable, like what these women are saying, he immediately goes to denying responsibility. And it's not just about women. He never apologizes or says he's sorry for anything.
So that's the point. The point is they have nobody else. That's what I'm trying to say. And I've been saying this since 2017. Now Steve Bannon has been saying it the past couple of months. I've been saying it every day. Bloomberg is there to pave the way for Clinton. Even before he entered, I said, you know what? Bloomberg's going to be there. They're going to do anything. This is what I've been saying consistently. No, I don't know how she's going to be nominee. I don't care, because the whole thing is rigged anyway. If you and I go up to the plate, it's 3 strikes and you're out. When the Golden Muumuu goes up, it's 30 strikes. And if it's 1 ball, she can go to first. It's like there are no rules. They keep on pretending. If you're a Bernie Sanders supporter, after what they did to Andrew Yang and Tulsi Gabbard and Bernie Sanders in 2016, I don't know what to tell you at this point.
Sanders delegate.
He's starting it.
I'm a Bernie Sanders delegate.
How did this all develop here tonight? What was the plan?
I was gonna vote for her. I was ready to, but my sister, she's from Oregon, and she keeps reminding me that 14 different states filed for voter fraud.
They left after Hillary Clinton's nomination became official.
Bernie Sanders has zero chance of becoming nominee. He did in 2016 when he was running against a criminal, and the same person is going to be the nominee again. But he could have contested the convention, but then that would have, created waves. So he doesn't want to, he wants to fight the 1%, but then he doesn't want to bother Debbie Wasserman Schultz. Deborah Wasserman, if you say one word about Deborah Wasserman, you'll have me to contend with. This whole thing, the whole entire charade, is more rigged than before. And now they're talking about, well, he might not even win South Carolina, Biden. But who cares? The whole thing is...
Computers?
Computers.
Okay, and he was your lobbyist, your company's
lobbyist for that company, yes.
And he asked you to design a code to rig an election.
Yes.
While he was Speaker of the Florida House.
Yes.
This was during or previous to the 2000 election?
Yes, October into September.
And did he ever express why he wanted a code to rig an election?
No, I immediately assumed that they were trying to keep you guys from cheating them. So, so I wrote up the documentation of what you would look for in the source code, how you would make sure that you didn't get, taken advantage of, make sure that all voting machines had receipts, because that way you could back count the ones that looked a little funny. And I handed it.
By receipts, you mean a paper trail?
Yes, paper trail. And I handed that in to Mrs. Yang and said, here's your report, here's your program. And she said, you don't understand, we need to hide the fraud in the source code.
Hide the fraud, not reveal the fraud.
Not reveal the fraud, because it's needed to control the vote in South Florida, was what she said.
That's what she said. To your knowledge, was this used?
I have no idea. I was ready to leave. So.
The whole thing's a farce and a theatrical performance anyway. I keep trying to tell people this. This is not happening in the way that they say it's happening.
Wonderful day for Clinton and the Baptist Church, the National Baptist Convention where she held. And look at this wonderful Baptist.
Good evening.
Seems that Hillary is just feeling a lot better. She's not coughing, and she's repeating Bible scriptures. You know, and here we have straight from the Clinton broadcasting station right here, CBS.
I'm very grateful.
And if you notice, as you go through this 31 minutes here on the CBSNews.com, you will never see a time that they show the audience.
Businesses.
So you kind of wonder who is listening to Hillary Clinton at the
Hard commandment to obey.
National Baptist Convention.
It's really hard for me.
Well, if we take a look right here, we will see.
But in so many ways.
Now the end begins reports thousands of empty seats at latest Hillary speech signals beginning of the end for her campaign. Prior to the speech, workers moved in all wall partitions in the giant venue. Look at this. So they closed this off because there was just nobody coming in.
Pastor Damian Epps and his
Nobody wants to listen to lying Hillary Clinton anymore. How sad for her. According to the local 41 Action News reporter Brian Abel, roughly 3,000 attended the speech, although there were 5,000 seats set up in the venue.
They are so dishonest. Without the media, Hillary Clinton couldn't be elected dog catcher. I mean that. It's true.
Is that accurate, and what will actually happen if Hillary Clinton wins? Obviously, I can't predict with 100% accuracy what's going to happen, but I can make a pretty decent estimate based on what she's done in the past. So, I mean, if you just look at her record, right, she does not have a record of peace. I mean, she voted for the Iraq War. She supported Libya, conflict in Libya. She wants to overthrow Assad. She's very interested in kind of the United States going into areas in the Middle East or around the world and starting conflicts for power. It's not about democracy. It's not about freeing the people. It's more about power in the United States, displaying power. And in her opinion, that's her way of doing it, is kind of by, displaying power abroad, overseas. And so that's what she's done. I mean, she does it all over the place. She wants to basically go to war with Syria. She's voted for the Iraq War. People say Donald Trump supported the Iraq War. Hillary Clinton voted for the Iraq War, okay? That's completely different. So saying, possibly that you supported it, which he didn't, by the way, but I'm just saying, and then actually voting for it are two different things. Libya, horrible decision. I mean, just look at Benghazi. Libya's a complete mess. The Middle East is a complete mess after her tenure as Secretary of State, which the Obama administration has continued that foreign policy. It's just horrible. And she supports regime change in Ukraine. In fact, she's gone as far as to support military aid to the new government to fight against the Russians in Ukraine. Because as you know, Russia has been invading Ukraine and has before, and that's obviously going to create some conflict as well. We've seen in the past that when the United States and Russia have conflicts, like the Cuban Missile Crisis, for example, neither side backs down. It's kind of because the Russian bear and the American eagle, whatever you want to call us, such strong forces in the world, such powerful militaristic forces in the world, that honestly a war with Russia would destroy the rest of the world. I mean, it wouldn't even be close. It would destroy the whole world. And so both sides know that neither one has a clear advantage, and so neither one has to step down because of intimidation or anything like that, because both sides pretty much know that it would take a very extreme occurrence for them to go to war. Putin said that if Hillary Clinton wins the election, it's war. Now, there's a couple of reasons why Vladimir Putin and the Clintons have conflict.
Clinton is easily going to run away with the nomination. And they say, again, please, for the love of God, when people say, no, she lost, so did Biden. No, she ran before, so did Biden. No, they don't want to go through it again. Yeah, they want to go through what? A nightmare with Biden? It would be far worse with anyone else other than Clinton. So they might as well just go with Clinton. She already got 65 million letters. She's stated the other day, many people have been pressuring her. So that's Clinton speak for you bet your bottom dollar I'm running. This whole nonsense about whether she's going to run or not, it's just, that's what's so unhealthy about the Democratic Party. Everything is deception. And then when she runs, people will say, well, of course, we could see it all, No, now people are petrified. But the paradigm changes on a dime with Democrats. She's going to win Texas. No, the Russians. I mean, what kind of imbeciles would blame the Russians for everything? You talk about authoritarians and despots. That's what authoritarians do. They blame others for their failures.